Hey everyone, in today's limited color palette video, we are going to look at two color systems, cyan, magenta, yellow, which is CMY, versus blue, red, and yellow. To give you some context, CMY actually comes from the CMYK printing system. So CMYK are four colors, cyan, magenta, and yellow, and black. This color system is used for printing books, magazines, photographs. And when you look at a color like this, which is green in color, this is actually printed using yellow and blue. So they probably printed blue first and then they layer the yellow over to get the green color. Printing colors need to be transparent because they need to overlay over one another. And the alignment of the colors, they need to be very precise. That's why you can get sharp edges like this. If there's any misalignment in the printing plates, you're going to get something like this. You can see the individual colors. So here we have magenta on the left and cyan on the right. This is print misalignment. So when we see a red like this, this is probably magenta with some yellow. And for black, well, technically speaking, you can mix black with CMY, but in the printing system, we have CMYK, and K stands for black. So when printing text, it's always black. They do not mix colors for printing text because if there's any misalignment in the color plates, all these words, they will not be legible. You can create a lot of colors with the CMY system. That's why it's used for printing. You can print books, magazines, newspapers, you can print photographs. So it's a very versatile color palette. In some instructional books, they will tell you that CMY is the true primary system. So you cannot mix yellow, you cannot mix cyan, you cannot mix magenta with any other color. But with some other instructional books, for example, like this one, it would tell you to use existing colors that you already have. So here, for example, the primary colors are cadmium red, cadmium yellow, and ultramarine blue. On the other page, we have alizarin crimson, cadmium lemon, and cerulean blue. I'm personally not a big fan of cadmium colors because they are not transparent and it's very easy to mix muddy colors with them. And the resulting mix, when you mix with cadmium colors, it's not transparent as well. So is the CMY system better compared to the blue, red, yellow system? Well, we'll find out today. Let's paint some swatches. The three colors that I've selected for the CMY system are lemon yellow, PY175, quinacridone lilac, PR122, and phthalo blue, PB153. Lemon yellow is one of my favorite colors. This is definitely a primary color because I don't think you can create lemon yellow with any other colors. Quinacridone lilac is a new color that I have just bought. I read online that people say that PR122 is the true magenta. And lastly, we have phthalo blue. This is also one of my favorite colors because it's so vibrant. These colors are incredibly transparent. So now let's mix a color wheel from them. Lemon yellow. Lemon yellow added with some quinacridone lilac. And now with more quinacridone lilac. This is a pretty nice shade of red. So this is quinacridone lilac on its own. This is with a little bit of phthalo blue added. This is with more phthalo blue added. And this is phthalo blue. Phthalo blue with some yellow added. Phthalo blue with more yellow added. We have a pretty nice color wheel here. So now let me add a little bit of red, quinacridone lilac to the greens to dial it down to see what kind of greens we can get. The orange here doesn't seem to be very bright, so let me try another mix. A bit more yellow and less lilac. This is much better. So it does look like the CMY palette is quite versatile. You can get a bright yellow, you can have an orange. This red is really nice. Lilac, You can get purples. This is phthalo blue. You can get greens as well. Looks kind of versatile. Okay, let's paint the other color wheel with the other palette. For the blue in the second palette, I'm using French Ultramarine. This is a granulating color, and this is a transparent color. For the red, I'm using Pyro Scarlet. Let me add a little bit of Pyro Scarlet to lemon yellow. A bit more Pyro Scarlet. This is Pyro Scarlet on its own. Pyro Scarlet with a little bit of Ultramarine, with more Ultramarine. This is Ultramarine on its own. A little bit of lemon yellow and more lemon yellow. Alright, let's compare the two color palettes. Now, straight away I can tell that the warmer colors here, they are more vibrant. So I can get a warmer orange, a warmer red, and here this is lilac. Let's see if I can mix Pyro Scarlet using Queen Lilac. Those who use the CMY system say that you can mix any color using those three colors. So now I'm going to use lemon yellow and Queen Lilac to mix this Pyro Scarlet. I mean, this is a nice shade of red, but it's nowhere near this Pyro Scarlet in terms of how warm this is. Let's say in theory you can actually mix Pyro Scarlet using Queen Lilac and lemon yellow and phthalo blue, but the thing is it really worth the time to mix this color when you can just buy a tube of this color? This applies to Ultramarine as well. Say you can mix Ultramarine with phthalo blue, but I mean, you can just get Ultramarine as a tube and use it straight away. You don't have to mix it with phthalo blue and other colors. It will save you a lot of time. Another thing with Ultramarine is this is a granulating color, so you're not going to get any granulation with phthalo blue. So there's no way for you to reproduce the granulation effect. Overall, the CMY palette does look more versatile because you can mix purples with the warm blue and the warm red here. You can only get a very dull, very muted purple, so that's the limitation here. But colors is not everything. Here's a sketch that I painted a few days ago. So I'm sure you cannot paint this color with phthalo blue. You cannot get these greens with phthalo blue as well. And you cannot reproduce the texture with phthalo blue. Here's another example. Each color has its own characteristics, and granulation is one of the characteristics. So with granulation, some of the pigments are heavier, and because they are heavier, they may separate from other pigments. So you can get washes like this where you can see the individual colors quite clearly. Here's a sketch painted with non-granulating colors. To me, it feels a bit flat. Personally, I prefer some granulation, especially in the trees and in the gray areas. Here the colors, they look almost too clean. It's good to know the CMY system, but don't be too caught up by this color system or limited color palette. It may be able to mix all the other colors, but is it really worth the time? I mean, manufacturers, they make a lot of different variations of primary colors. My suggestion is choose the color that you like. Choose your favorite reds rather than going for such strict systems. If you have watched some of my limited color palette videos, you will know that you can paint with whatever colors that you already have. So here is a limited palette. I don't think you can mix Venetian red with the CMY colors because of the granulation. Very difficult to mix that vibrant orange with just lemon yellow and phthalo blue. That's why I added new gumbosh here. You can get a much more vibrant orange with new gumbosh. Here's another limited color palette. I mean, granulation like this, very difficult to achieve with, impossible to achieve with non-granulating colors. So this is good to know, but I would recommend you explore other colors as well. Find your favorite colors, find your favorite mixes, and create a palette from your favorite colors. By the way, I have a video on how you can create a more versatile palette. The link to that is in the video description below. So that's all for my video today. I hope this is informative. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. If you are using these 3 colors as your main color palette, I would love to hear from your experience as well. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye!